everyone, my name is Gerald Manalo with student ID number 1023-32016, a student from the Information System program. Today I will present my midterm action project entitled Implementation of a web-based geographic information system for flood risk monitoring in the DKI Jakarta region using open source technology. This project focuses on how we can leverage modern GIS technology to help monitor and mitigate flood risks in Jakarta. Let's begin. Let's start with why this project matters. Jakarta faced three major challenges. First, its geographic condition. It is a like city crossed by 13 major rivers, making it inherently vulnerable to annual flooding. Second, hydrometeorological issue. Extreme rainfall has intensified in recent years, and tidal flooding known as flood increasingly threatens the northern coastal areas. Third, there is a significant information gap. The public certainly lacks fast and accurate access to real-time spatial data about flood location. These three conditions together create an urgent need for a better flood monitoring system. To address this challenge, we propose three technology-based solutions. First, we utilize WebGIS, a web-based platform that can dynamically distribute geographic data and be accessed from any browser without requiring specialist software. Second, we use open source tools such as QGIS, GeoServer, and PostGIS, which are powerful yet cost-effective. Third, we apply spatial decision analysis using the multi-criteria decision analysis or MCDA method, which scientifically ranks the various factors that cause flooding. These three pillars form the foundation of our proposed system. Based on the background and proposed solution, we have identified three core problem statements for this research. First, how do we design a WebGIS architecture capable of processing large-scale spatial data and displaying it interactively? Second, how do we integrate the AHP weight hiding method inside the system to produce valid vulnerability maps? And third, what physical and environmental variables contribute most significantly to flood risk in the DKI Jakarta area? Justification with the entire development of our system. This research has three main objectives. The first is system development. We aim to listen and build an interactive WebGIS dashboard that serves as a flood risk monitoring tool for DKI Jakarta. The second is methodology application. We apply the weighted overlay analysis technique to classify Jakarta areas into specific level of flood vulnerability. The third objective is regional zonation. We provide spatial recommendations about areas that require high priority in disaster management and infrastructure development. Together, these objectives form a comprehensive and actionable output. Beyond achieving our objective, this research offers broader benefits across three stakeholder groups. For academia, it provides a real-world case study on this implementation within the information system curriculum. For government, it can serve as a decision support reference for relevant agencies in urban spatial planning and disaster management. And for the public, increases community awareness about the level of flood risk in their residential area through accessible digital map information. This means our project is not just an academic exercise, it has real social value. Now let's look at the theoretical foundation. WebGIS is a technology that enables the processing, analysis, and visualization of geographic data via the internet using standard web protocols. This makes it universally accessible without requiring desktop installation. Next, an interactive dashboard serves as an interface combining maps, graphs, and tables to simplify complex spatial data into understandable information for decision makers. Finally, we also incorporate 3D visualization using three-dimensional elevation models to provide a realistic perspective on water flow simulation and flood inundation scenarios. Our methodology is grounded in two key theoretical frameworks. MCDR, or multi-criteria decision analysis, is a mathematical approach to evaluate various different criteria to reach the most optimal decision in spatial analysis. This is particularly useful when multiple environmental factors influence food risks simultaneously. Within MCDR, we use AHP, or the analytic hierarchy process, which is employed pairwise comparisons between criteria to derive the logical and consistent range. For our flood analysis specifically, we focus on four main variables: rainfall intensity, slope or topography, land cover type, and distance from river flow. These four variables, when properly weighted, produce reliable vulnerability maps. Moving on to our methodology, first the study area and data search. Our research covers the entire administrative area of DKI Jakarta, which consists of 5 administrative cities and 1 administrative agency. For data, we use both primary and second source, including satellite digital elevation model data, as well as land use and rainfall data obtained from authorized government agencies. Our data infrastructure relies on open data spatial information that has been processed to achieve high resolution case vary for accurate risk mapping. Spatial analysis workflow consists of three main stages. The first is data processing. This includes regional clipping or masking, coordinate projection, and normalization of spatial data formats to ensure consistency across all datasets. The second stage is weight calculation using IAP. Here, we determine the importance value of each variable trunk of comparison matrix, and this process continues until we achieve a valid consistency index, ensuring the weights are scientifically sound. The third and final stage is weighted overlay and scoring. This is where we stack the data layers, multiplying each pixel by its respective criteria weight to produce the final vulnerability score for every location in Jakarta. Now let me explain the technical architecture of our system, which is built on three interconnect components. The first is backend database using PostGIS. We use PostgreSQL entrance with the PostGIS extension to store, vector, and raster data that have geographic reference. The second component is the map server using GeoServer. This processes data from the database and converts it into internationally standardized map service, basically WMS and WebS format, which can be consumed by web application. The third component is the front end built with Leaflet and JavaScript. This is the user-facing interface built using lightweight and responsive JavaScript libraries that support interactive map features for end users. The final stage of our methodology involves rigorous evaluation and validation drawn to complementary approaches First, spatial validity testing will perform a cross-overlay between the vulnerability maps produced by our HIP analysis and the actual historical full point data for Jakarta. This tells us how accurately our model predicts real-world location. Second, usability testing. We simulate dashboard usage with potential end users to verify that the visual information displayed is effectively accessible and understandable by non-technical users such as the public and government staff. But tests together ensure that our system is both technically accurate and practically usable. To conclude, this research demonstrates that the integration of WebGIS technology with the IAP analytical method provides an efficient open source solution for flood risk monitoring in DKI Jakarta. The system enhances disaster mitigation by offering real-time spatial visualization that support quick and accurate decision making for both government institutions and the general community. By using open source technologies such as QGIS, GeoServer, PostGIS, and Deflate, we have shown that a high-performance monitoring system can be built cost effectively, making it a scalable and replicable model for other flood-prone cities in Indonesia. That concludes my presentation. Thank you very much for your attention and time. I hope this project on WebGIS-based forest monitoring has provided valuable insight into the practical application of geography information system in addressing real urban challenges. Thank you.